Director of the Marvel Studios Spider-Man trilogy, Jon Watts, talks a little bit about crafting Spider-Man for a brand new universe, and specifically why Marvel Studios and him wanted to avoid showing Spider-Man's origin, and specifically why they wanted to avoid showing the spider bite, which at one point, believe it or not, caused a lot of outrage on the internet, because Spider-Man fans were convinced that Spider-Man wasn't in fact bit by a spider, because they didn't show it. So this comes at us from a brand new interview in a Spider-Man-centric book that's coming out called With Great Power, that focuses on a lot of details in regards to what was going on with Spider-Man during multiple stages of development for multiple iterations. When they get talking about the Marvel Studios iteration, the whole spider bite factor is brought up, and they talk a little bit about all the facts going into why they decided to make the decision to not show it. And what it boils down to is that they wanted to skip that. Essentially, they figured, we know how it happened. The fans know how it happened. They don't need to see it again. They played around with ideas of mentioning that it happened on a field trip. They played around with ideas of flashing back to it. They played around with just straight up talking about it during dialogue. But for the sake of this new property and trying to avoid all of that nonsense, they decided to just kind of vaguely hint at a spider and then move past it. Because again, during the course of development, they realized this is the third reboot in less than 15 years. Everybody knows about Spider-Man. You know how it happened. It's pointless to reiterate it. It's just time to deal with the fallout of him being Spider-Man and what exactly does it mean to have these powers. How does he use them? We don't need to focus on any of the origin because that's been handled plenty of times and fans are going to get sick of it. And truth be told, I mean, we were here talking about the fact that we never want to see the origin again. There was multiple video essayists and articles written about not showing the origin because it was redundant. And then when they decided not to show it, those same people and essayists complained that it wasn't shown because they now believe that Spider-Man wasn't in fact a spider bite result, or that there wasn't a Uncle Ben because it wasn't shown. Despite them saying that sometimes the best approach is tell, don't show. I guess you just can't win with Spider-Man, and Spider-Man fans, I mean, they've turned on No Way Home since its release, calling it overrated and not what it needed to be, so what are you gonna do? Spider-Man fans are like Snyder fans. They're fickle, and no matter what they get, it's not enough and it's not the correct version. So just enjoy Spider-Man, for the love of God.